put a stop to knowledge. Scientists have a responsibility to advance knowledge, but the responsibility to how that knowledge is used is shared by the whole of society. But I hope we will be wise and use it to spread out and colonize the galaxy.
What is knowledge? Is it the information that the human brain gathers from scientific research? Is the universe solely mechanistic, and is the human brain a mere collector of information which flows to its interior? Perhaps the universe is even animate. Is perhaps the soul of the universe and the soul of man indissolubly bound to the law of interdependence? Perhaps total knowledge is to be found within us, and we are inhabitants of a universal space, whose environment and purpose we shall comprehend when our life extends to another domain. When I was a little boy, I asked my mother what that marvelous world of stars that flickered above my head was called. "The sky," she said. "And who made the sky?" I asked again. "God, my child. He is the creator of the whole world," my mother again good-naturedly answered me. I remained pensive for a while, staring at the ground. "And what lies under our feet, Mama?" "Hell, my child, where bad people go after their death and at the second coming." At nightfall, before I fell asleep, I looked up high at the flickering stars. I was very sure that somewhere there among them, God existed. Then I looked down at the night-covered ground. I was gripped by awe. I wondered what terrible things were happening beneath my feet, caused by the powers of darkness. That night, I did not sleep a wink out of fear. When I grew older, an adolescent now, with an intense thirst for knowledge, I came to realize that on this spherical earth, which swims in the universe, that which for me is up, to another person at the opposite end of the earth is down. That which for me was in front and distant, for another could be behind him and near. When I grew older, I learned that of the stars I see in the sky, half have been extinguished thousands of years ago, and in their place are other stars, which I do not see, because their light has not yet reached Earth, and that other stars are not to be found where I see them, but in another place. Then I realized what a great difference there can be between what appears and what actually is. I understood that up and down, front and back, left and right represented conventional notions. Furthermore, I understood that between a telescope and a microscope was I, the man, the observer, who investigated in the depths of space and time, the macrocosm and the microcosm. And then, for the first time, I experienced anguish in trying to prove whether the world, which functions within me, and the environment, which I perceive with my 5 senses to be outside me, are related, whether I am alive now and, simultaneously, in the future. I was then convinced that my perception is found in the center of a cycle where multiple opposing forces act with balanced tendencies, giving birth to becoming the cosmic harmony. The past and the future, the esoteric and the exoteric. The vacuum and the plenum. Darkness and light. Being and non-being. The true and the untrue. All of them exist, function, and produce life, centered around an eternal now. Since the time of Aristotle and the other great sages of the ancient Greek world, up to our own time, which is the era of Einstein, Hawking, and all leading scientists, who strive to interpret the laws of the universe. Approximately 2,500 years have passed. During that period, science has made many leaps. The agony of man to comprehend the universe has always been great. Enormous telescopes from every corner of our planet explore the starry sky at night, gazing at distant worlds many billions of light years away. Scientific laboratories devoted to the study of cosmic space circle in orbit beyond the Earth's atmosphere. Some manned and some unmanned struggle to detect among the billion clusters of galaxies a replica of our planet, to hear the voices of intelligent beings within or beyond our galaxy, to prove that our plane is not an original mode of life in the infinite space of the universe, but a replica of other similar stars that are hospitable to life. However, until today, the universe has kept silent. That distant voice, which will come from within the stars to declare the great presence of another society of intelligent beings, has yet to be heard. Space rockets, launched from Earth many years ago, travel at this very moment amidst the stars of our galaxy, striving to discover new worlds in the ocean of space, to receive some message of life which will break the great silence of cosmic space. Man is not searching solely to find another star or planet with intelligent beings. He is striving to discover the identity of the universe itself. He struggles to find an explanation of why the universe exists. The human mind turns back in time. It passes through the aeons and the millennia, striving to reach the point where the fixed past awaits immobile at the nothingness station, to embark on the journey of motion by boarding the vehicle of the future space-time continuum. Certain scientists of our era have named that station beginning. The beginning of motion. The beginning of time. The beginning of space. The beginning of creation.
The great question in perennial speculation has been, is there a beginning? If there is, what is there before the beginning? Nothingness? And if there is a beginning, is there an end as well? And if there is an end, do we have the same situation which existed before there was a beginning?
These questions which torment man today have tormented man in the past, and perhaps will still torment him for many years to come. And I wonder, can the answer be found in our minds? May it indeed have to do with the interactive relation of wisdom and the celestial world? Or perhaps the passionately desired